Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Sherrayne. So in today's video, I'm going to be doing a story time. And I know what you guys are all thinking. You saw the title and you're like, Sherrayne, you already told us about your crazy ex-best friend. Why do it again? Well, although the other story was true, I did have that crazy ex-best friend. I have another crazy ex-best friend, which was even crazier than the last one. Now, I deleted the last one because I was like, you know what? My subscribers deserve more than this. They deserve a full, in-depth, multiple-part story time. So, like I just said, I am going to be breaking this up into multiple parts. Something like my crazy ex-boyfriend story, which if you haven't seen that, I suggest you do because that is like the most watched video on my channel. Yeah, it's a good story. So let's get into my crazy ex-best friend part 1. Okay, so boom. It's about 2 years ago, 2019-ish, and I was working at Papa John's Pizza. Now, if you're newer to my channel, you've never heard me say that I worked at Papa John's Pizza, but if you're not new, you've heard me a couple times say that I used to work at Papa John's Pizza. So, I was a delivery driver at Papa John's Pizza, and that's where me and her met. When I first started working there, I wasn't talking to anybody, which is pretty much how it goes at every job for me. I don't talk to anybody, and then somehow somebody clings to me, and then I'm just like their best friend for whatever reason. If you have seen any of my past videos, you know that me and my current boyfriend, my boyfriend that I have right now, in January 2021, me and him met at Papa John's Pizza. Me, her, and him were all delivery drivers. Probably wondering like, okay, Sherrayne, you guys met at Papa John's Pizza. What does that have to do with anything? It has a lot to do with everything, actually. So, her and him were friends, right? And when me and him started dating, we became friends. All of us became friends together, right? Well, it wasn't like an automatic like friendship or anything. But she would make small talk with me because she realized like, hey, you're talking to my friend. We would talk about the job. We'd talk about how it was wearing and tearing on our car and it was good money, but at the same time, you have to think about all the miles that you're putting on your cars. Things like that, small talk. Okay, so here's the turning point of where me and her actually started to become friends because we were making small talk at first, then we were friends, and then we were besties. So here's the turning point of the friendship part. So one day she came to work without her belt, right? Keep in mind, our boss was a giant butthole. There's no other way to describe him but butthole, right? So he noticed that she didn't have her belt on and he pulled her aside and he was like, if you don't go home and get your belt, you're gonna be fired. I want you guys to keep in mind that her house was within walking distance of our job. She lived literally right next door. But she decided that she didn't want to get her belt and I guess she quit that day. Now keep in mind, I didn't know anything about this because 1, I didn't know the girl's number. 2, I only saw him talking to her, so I didn't know what the situation was. And 3, I didn't know you can get fired for not having a belt. After their conversation, I saw her walk out and she never came back for the day. My boss's name is Terry, for the sake of this video. So I went to my boyfriend when my boyfriend came in, because he would come in like an hour after us. I went up to him and I told him, hey, Slim was talking to Terry. Well, Terry pulled Slim aside and then they were talking, and after that she left and she never came back. And he was like, that's weird. Maybe she wasn't feeling good or something. So I was like, yeah, you're right, or whatever. But then after that, days was passing by and she still wasn't at work. And I was like, I hope she's like, okay. I don't know what's going on right now. So my boyfriend had her number. So he hit her up and he was like, hey, what's up? I haven't seen you in a while. What happened? And she told him about the whole belt situation. We were like, oh, it's messed up or whatever, but come see us sometime. We're always here, you know. We work up until 12 in the morning. So one day when you're free, come see us. And she was like, yeah. So you know when people say that they're gonna come see you, it'll be like months, maybe a couple weeks or whatever, and then they'll come see you, right? Y'all, I swear, this girl, a week later, popped up. She didn't even tell us she was stopping by the store. She popped up And everybody in the store was like, what the heck? What the heck is going on or whatever? But I'm about to tell y'all a gag. We didn't know this, right? But sis was talking to the night manager. I don't know if it was just like a fling or if they were like working on something or whatever, but she was talking to him and none of us had any clue. I don't know, maybe it was for a short amount of time or she started talking to him after she left, but she was talking to him. So he did her dirty. And I'm gonna tell you guys how. So she came, I'm pretty sure this is how it went. I never asked her exactly how it went, but I'm just gonna make up what I think happened. So I'm pretty sure they were talking or whatever, and he's like, hey, you should come by the store and see me. And she said, okay. He was probably thinking that she was gonna come see him at closing when there's nobody in the store. When there's literally nobody in the store. But instead, sis came at around 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock when everybody's in the store. So I guess he was caught off guard by that. And he started telling everybody like, oh, she's crazy. She got my number off of the employee call log list and she'd been after me or whatever. She'd been hitting me up and I've been ignoring her. No, you told that girl to come to Papa John's. I don't care what nobody says, you told that girl to come. And you were just upset that she came when everybody was there and you felt embarrassed because you didn't want everybody to know that she was talking to you. Sir, me and my boyfriend did not like how everybody was running around the store acting like she's just insane. We were like, no, there has to be some connection here because she would not pop up to the store for no reason. She was outside and we went outside to go meet her because let me tell you, like Papa John's, those little jobs, you can do whatever. The job that I work at now, I wish that I had the freedom like how I did at my smaller jobs, but I don't. At Papa John's, you could have went outside, you could have went to Burger King, you could have went to Publix, wherever. It didn't matter because nobody's looking for you unless you got a delivery up. We went outside and we were talking to her and she didn't, like I said, she never told us exactly what happened, but she was just like, oh, I came by to surprise everybody. Girl, we know why you came here. We're not gonna talk about it. So we're outside talking, having a good time. I don't remember exactly what the conversation was about, but we just wanted to make her feel better because they were doing her dirty. That was wrong. So after that conversation that we had, I felt closer to her. Like, I felt like we were cooler. I felt like I got an understanding of what kind of person she was, and I actually wanted to become better friends with her. She had stayed for a little while longer, and then I had a huge delivery up. Like, I had a huge fair delivery. Like, the people from the fair would literally order pizza for all of their employees, and I'm talking about like 50 extra large pizzas. And all of us hated that delivery because they always took so long to come out. We never knew exactly where to go. And it was just a very frustrating delivery. I was talking to her and I was like, dang, I don't want this delivery. Like, it's gonna be a hard time or whatever. And she was like, hey, I'll go with you. And I was like, you're a real one for that. They made the pizza and everything. And then she helped me put it in the car. There was 2 managers there that night, and because it had to be a Friday, so yeah, there's definitely 2 managers there. So the girl manager came out and she was like, hey, you know, we can't have her driving with you or whatever, so just make sure that she's not in the car driving with you. And I was like, yeah, whatever, we're not gonna drive, she's helping me take the pizzas in my car, right? And we were like parked in between like a truck. It was really tall, so you couldn't see when she got in. So she got in and she went with me. And I was like, ooh, I can really be friends with this girl because she's down for this type of stuff. That's how I am. So I was like, yo, she's actually really, really cool. So we got to the place, she helped me take the pizzas in, and I went back and everything was cool, right? We exchanged numbers and then we would talk here and there. It wouldn't be like nothing serious. And I remember this one day I had texted her and I never got a response back. So I was like, I thought we were cool. Like, what's going on. So I just forgot about it. I was like, maybe the friendship was just a fling and she just wanted to be friends with me for a little while, and that's cool, it's whatever. Then one day, months later, okay, I'm talking about probably like 4 months later, I get a text. Well, this is future Sherrayne talking, and as I'm editing this video, I realized that I said it was a text. It was actually a call, and then she texted me after, which I'm gonna show you in the receipts because your girl still has the receipts. So like I said, please disregard everything that I say in this next clip. It is not true. Well, it is true, but I confuse text with a call, and it's from a New Jersey number. I'm like, I don't know nobody in New Jersey. I knew that, let me say this though, I knew that she was from Jersey though. And then like I opened the text and it's her. She's like, hey, it's Slim and I live in Jersey now, but I'm coming to visit Florida and I want to see you. When I tell y'all, I was so confused at what was going on. I was like, how are you friends with somebody? Don't tell them that you move to another state, and then hit them up 4 months later saying that, hey, I'm gonna be in town and I wanted to see you, even though I haven't talked to you in 4 months. Like, I could understand if she would have told me that she was leaving, then I would have been like, okay, cool. But she never communicated, and she changed her number at that. But I still said okay. I was like, all right, well, I still work at Papa John's. You can come see me and my boyfriend after work. It's cool. I don't know why I never addressed the fact that she left and started a whole new life and wanted to come back and see me and my boyfriend. Like, maybe it's just me, but if I'm friends with somebody, I can't just get up and leave and not tell them that I'm leaving and then ask to see them afterwards, because I'd feel really weird about it. And that's where we're ending part 1. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. If you think you know what happens in part 2, leave a comment down below. Please, 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 please come back for part 2, because part 2 is way better than part 1. Part 1 was like an introduction. Part 2 is the juicy stuff. Part 2 and 3, I don't know if I'm gonna make a part 4, but this is a long story, okay? Make sure you guys come back. All right, I'm out of here. So apparently she was talking to a guy down here, which is mainly why she wanted to come see us. We were her ride to go see her mans. T.